Way and up she rises, way and up she rises, way and up she rises early in the morning. Well, unless it's not morning in your time zone. Hello, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, gamers, viewers, and travelers of the internet. Welcome back to Guardian Studios, or if you are new to the channel, welcome to you. My name is JGarner1, I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into worlds virtual and fantastical, and I am very pleased to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of newcomers, welcome you fresh to a Guardian Studios experience. And for those of you who have not figured it out yet, surprise! I have decided to add Thursdays to the streaming schedule, however, on a condition. It will not be every Thursday, but every other Thursday, depending on if I feel like it. As long as I do, we will see streams happen on Thursdays as well as the other days. Now, before we get into what we're going to do today, I need to take a nap. So, I have our little cat here. Lay down with us. There we go. Good kitty. Alright, and we are going to go immediately over to the village where we normally do our trading because I came up with an idea. I went looking for some inspiration for how to build some of the ideas that I had for my port town. I know I want to do a tavern, and I want to do some buildings for different occupations you would find in an old-time town and like a port town. For an example of a port town, think Port Royal from Pirates. I don't think I need to say anything more than that. There are a bunch of occupations that were taken up back in those days. From tanning hides for leather, blacksmiths, and onward to the actual farmers just outside of town, usually, as well as all the others. And it occurred to me, why don't we take some inspiration for building such a place from the villagers? Some people have already done that. They've already taken existing vanilla village buildings and redesigned them, rebuilt them, with a not-so-vanilla theme. And we're going to try to do the same thing. Now, I don't expect this to be exactly easy, but it would be easier than doing something completely freestyle, which would have been my other option. For the record, I am not very good at doing freestyle builds. The ship, the lighthouse, the island that I had on my previous Twitch world, the Sky Island on the world of Guardian that I had a while back, those were my first forays into fully freestyle original building. And while I love them, I do really like the lighthouse. I loved the Isle of Ascension over on Gardrania, and I love the Little Dutchman. They are, well, I don't really know how to say this, but they're not necessarily the greatest. And the only reason that they really work, as far as I'm concerned, is because they're each off by themselves. And I don't even know where I was going with this. Basically, these are my first forays into freestyle. That barn over there doesn't really count. The barn is just the barn. I I looked at some pictures. I'm taking inspiration from a real-life structure, or a structure that was based in stylizations of real life. But ultimately, my point is, I'm not a pro builder, so freestyle is not easy for me. Nothing in terms of building in Minecraft is technically easy to me. It's all very, very difficult. But enough about that. The focus of today's venture is going to be to try to build some layouts. Lay out some blocks to mark where we're going to try to build houses and buildings and shops based on the stylization that already exists in Minecraft. For an example, take a look at this building. This building is supposed to be for animals. It's supposed to be a stable kind of thing. But when I look in this building, I see potential for a blacksmith's forge. A blacksmith's forge could easily fit into this space. And that's just one potential idea. This house could also become a blacksmith's forge. It was already an armorer's house, but there's no reason we couldn't make it a blacksmith shop. A proper blacksmith shop, decorated and everything. Building like this, I'm sure we can make something out of it. And then there's this building right over here. This also has potential. This also has potential. If we expanded it, doubled the size, then we could potentially have the perfect size for a tavern. At least one floor of a tavern. So, I'm thinking we're going to base our layouts loosely on vanilla village structures. It's not going to be exactly easy. There's going to be a lot of trial and error to make the port town of Port Regal look good. Look like it fits in Minecraft, but it also looks and feels at least somewhat new. Like we took the vanilla structures and made them better in a way. That's kind of my goal at this point for the sake of Port Regal. Again, it's not going to be easy to do that. I intend to try. Ow. That hurt. Okay. There are a lot of things that we can do here. And this is the kind of thing that I see Minecraft players over on Java, for sure, doing a lot. Taking vanilla villages and revamping them, retrofitting them with all kinds of new shapes and styles that make it look so new and fresh. And the 1.18 update was pretty much making Minecraft fresh and new. So we're going to try and do the same with the village structure designs. Hey there, Luca. I think that's what you said to call you, clown. Welcome back to the channel. Also, welcome back, King Ryan. Good to see a couple familiar names dropping in. Okay, just taking a look to see what we've got here. Alright. So, if we are going to do this, though, we need a couple of things. One of those is we need to tear down these trees, and I think we're going to have to clear some more land of trees. And then we'll start placing the layout for the village. And probably end up filling this in for the most part. I'm going to make another kelp farm, but it's going to be smaller in terms of size all around. It's not going to go down quite as deep. It's not going to be as big. But I already had planned to do it. And we're going to do it under the barn here. We got a basic layout for the barn already. My plan is to put sheep here, cows here. Oh, no, not cows. Pigs. Pigs here, sheep there, cows here, and then the chickens over here, and we'll give them their own small space to run around in, out the back. Here, we're going to have access to go down to the kelp farm, which will be under the barn, tear up all the kelp, and it'll all get sent into a water system. It'll carry it to a chute over here, where it'll come up to the side, down into a smoker, so that we can collect it once it has been processed, for the sake of getting unlimited fuel. I say unlimited fuel because, as I mentioned before, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this yesterday, the XP bank system no longer works. The XP bank system of running kelp or other things constantly through smokers and furnaces, that no longer works. Turned out that it was an XP duplication bug, and it's been patched. So we're not going to be able to use this as an XP bank anymore. This is strictly going to be a fuel maker. Which is fine. A fuel maker is vitally important for the sake of our continued success on this world. We've got to be able to process materials. We've got to be able to cook food. So there's still a purpose for the kelp farms. It's just only for fuel now. Again, not a problem. I was pretty upset to learn that the kelp farm was no longer working, but in hindsight, it makes sense. Something like that is just way too overpowered, and it's for the best in the end that it's gone. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss being able to get mass amounts of XP instantly, but it's for the better in the long run. I feel like this fence needs to come out one more this way. Also, Luca, I am doing well, and welcome to everybody in the chat. Humpty Dumpty, Dino, Shaggy Pickle, welcome everybody. Hope you are all doing well. But okay. Oh, get down from there, wolf. Thank you. Okay, we got a bunch of building materials. I'm also thinking we're going to put in... I think we might fill in part of the river here. I'm thinking part of the river around here is going to get filled in. Somewhere around here, maybe. But I'm not sure. Either that, you know, I just had a thought, what if we do the barn elsewhere? I think we should do the barn elsewhere, now that I stopped to think about it. We've got all this space, and all that space. Yeah. Yep, I think that's what's going to happen. I think we are going to be tearing down a lot of trees and clearing a lot of land. That hole, the hole, Dino, is actually where I was going to make my kelp farm under the barn. I was going to have it be that there would be a kelp farm under the barn, and I was just marking where I was going to build, where I was going to dig down at, to make it so that we'd have the kelp farm underground. But I'm thinking that the barn is actually going to get moved. I think we're going to move the barn. But this way we can get an idea of what layout we want to go for when we go to build the barn. And we've got somewhere that we can put the animals until we're ready to actually move them into the real barn. Oh! Darn it, I forgot. I can't let them off the leads. I forgot. I completely forgot. They can easily get out. That's my bad. That's my bad. Ah, professional Minecrafter here, folks. No, I am not a professional. I have said it before, I can say it again until the cows come home. I am not a professional. Not really. I'm not a pro. I'm just an enthusiast. Alright. Hopefully they can't get away now. That was my bad. I should have remembered. We have to put in more blocks, otherwise they will continue to be able to get out. And I do not have any birch wood on me right now. Well, since this is just a layout, I guess it's okay to use whatever. But we're going to keep using wood. I know that. I'm going to keep using wood for this, that way. We know where everything is going to be. So we'll build this up 2 blocks high so that if we put any animals in this area, they can't get away. That way, for one thing, I can move my sheep in here and they will be protected. Yeah, they try to make a break for it. Okay, so we know this is just going to be a layout plan for the barn when we go to build the farming area, the farm region of Port Regal. I'm thinking that's going to be over here in this wide open area. We'll just flatten and smooth it out, cover over this hole that leads down to the ravine where we used to get a lot of resources. I want to say there was mine shaft down here too. Feels like there was a mine shaft down here. And there's still some iron ore down here too. Well, what do you know about that? That's cool. I didn't realize there was still iron ore down here. I kind of assumed that I'd already cleaned it out of all the iron. Apparently not. Aha! Here it is. Here's the mine shaft in this area. I knew there was one. I was sure that I remembered a mine shaft down here. Which is full of cobwebs, too. I'm definitely going to have to come back down here with shears at some point and collect those. Gather up the glow lichen as well. We can farm that for decorative lighting. Hey, R242! I want to say we saw you yesterday. Welcome back. Good to see you. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Anyway, we're not here to explore. There's iron ore there too. Well, you know I've got to collect that. We need iron. We don't have an iron farm, so I gotta collect what I can when I can. Okay. Good one! Good one, Dino! I've heard jokes like that before, but darn it, that was good. Hey, Zachary, welcome to the channel. Alright, we need to put up this iron ore so that we don't lose it. Is there iron still? You know what? Where's my ore box? There it is. And I've got a lot of iron ore to process. I've got a lot of stuff to process. Jeez. Mr. Mike, Ephraim, Ryan Rave, welcome everybody. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Hope you enjoy your time here. So, I think what we're going to do for a little bit here is we're going to go, basically go to town, as it were, ripping up the leaves of all these trees. And I think that this time we're actually going to use some of our iron to make a whole bunch of shears and collect the leaves too. Ahmed, there is no server code. This is not a server. This is a private world. Put shulker here. Move this one full of diamond stuff down here. Dump everything that we were going to use for the layouts in here. All the excess stuff can go in here. Yeah, it's gonna be hot there. Oof. The UK, huh? Yeah, I can imagine that's kind of chilly. Alright. Alright. Let's get busy. Like I said, we are going to use shears to get all the leaves from these trees. We do have birch saplings, right? We've got 5 there. Please tell me there's more in the system somewhere. Okay, there's some there. Alright, I think we've got enough birch saplings between it all. Lettuce. I don't know how many times I've died. It's been a while since I have. But I have died before on this world. I'm pretty sure that I have anyway. But again, it's been a while since the last time I died on this world. Wow. That's already almost done with the shears. That's not good. Nice! Found it on your recommended? Well, that's cool. Hey, I'm being recommended. That is wonderful news to me. I hope you enjoy the channel. Well, there's one down. Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey. What the hey are you doing up here, jerk? Leave me and do not try to bother me, you little stupid zombie villager. You are not a good guy. I know I didn't actually keep with the tune, but that was oddly satisfying. Alright, I think we might have been better off just using a bunch of diamond hose to break down the leaves. I feel like we just wasted a whole bunch of iron. Except I can use the rest of these shears for a wool farm later. So it's not a total waste. From this is Bedrock Edition, as you could see in the stream title. Okay, Ryan, see ya. Alright, so yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and put that up there. And then I need to get out my valuables box because we're going to go ahead and use some of the emeralds I've got to go trade for some diamond hose. Yeah, no, this is Bedrock Edition. Alright. Okay, 10 should be enough to get us a decent amount. Wait a minute. Just realized I need some lapis because I'm going to give each diamond hoe a minor enchantment. Alright, let's get ready and we fly away. Come fly with me, let's fly, let's fly, let's fly away. And prepare for landing. Perfect landing. Just perfect. Okay, where's the tool man? Where is the tool man? 80 Gaming. This is not multiplayer. This is strictly a solo world. Huh? Oh, it's 4 emeralds for a diamond hoe, huh? That's right. I don't have any special deals going right now. Alright, so we'll just get 2 for now. We'll come back another time, do a bunch of trading, and get more to help us. But we only need the hose to tear down leaves, so it's not that big a deal. Hello, Doke. Mid-use. Wait. No. How is everybody doing, by the way? I'm curious how everyone is doing. Hang on 1 second, guys. I am doing very, very well, thank you, if you were asking me how I'm doing. Whee! Ouch. Okay. Here we are. Enchanting Table. Want to get an efficiency. Unbreaking works too. We'll have 1 unbreaking. 1 with fortune 3. And efficiency 4. Okay. That's not bad. And these are just throwaway. We don't really care about these ones. Start tearing up all the leaves and all the trees around here for now. Well, thanks, Beefrom. Beefrom? Beefrom? I hope you don't mind me calling you that. I try to come up with something to call each person that drops in. I try to read their names if they've got a name and figure out what to call them to address them. I like to do that for everybody who drops in. The bills need paying and the blocks need placing. Gotta work all day. In a deep dark mine and the moms need slaying. Gotta work all day. Hey there, kitty cat. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. That's interesting. I actually didn't know about that. It's kind of cool. But I don't intend to have cheats on any of my worlds that I stream from. Not unless I start doing some kind of a creative mode series, which I don't intend to do that anytime soon either. I mean, maybe one day I'll do it, but I don't feel I'm a good enough builder to warrant doing that. Okay, Kale. Fair enough. Huh. Hello, Shadow. Correctamundo. I never utilize cheats on my worlds. I keep them turned off, and if you want to confirm that for yourselves, you are free to go take a look at episode 1 of this channel. Episode 1 at the end of its title. Feel free to go take a look. And you'll see that I do not do cheats at all. I have kept that turned off because I don't care to use them. And I intend to keep it that way. Oh, don't worry, Kale. I don't swear. I don't swear. This is a family-friendly channel. That's one of my things. I am family-friendly. Hello, Slushy! Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your time here. Thanks, Lettuce. Yeah. I apologize if it does manage to get a little monotonous, but I'm trying to make sure that I get all these leaves dealt with, so that when I go to chop down the trees, the leaves don't get in my way. Right, this is a silk touch axe, that's what it's. Interesting. Hello, Solitary. Welcome to the channel. Oh, I need to make sure I'm eating. Don't eat, you're gonna lose health, and I don't want that to happen. What am I picking up, by the way? Okay, so I'm picking up a lot of stuff, including more birch saplings. That's good. I need those. Nice! Congrats, Beefrom! Alright. Let's go over here. I love that I put that water there. Whoops! Come here, Jelly. Let's take a nap. Good kid. I like that they made it so cats will do that. It kind of keeps. Okay. I probably could have just gone ahead and barked these trees down, but I can't stand the idea of wasting potential resources. That's why I collect most things. You never know when you're going to end up wanting something. You're going to want that one block or that one item that you tossed away before. You don't want to do that. No, I knew nothing about that. I don't know where that is. I'm sorry to hear about that. I hope you're doing okay. The bills need paying and the blocks need placing. Gotta work all day. In a deep dark mine and the mobs need slaying. Gotta work all day. Yeah, there's a party on the weekend. Add to the clan creepers be creeping. The shops need stocking, so we'll keep on rocking. Gotta work all day. When the sun comes down over your hometown, you better work all day. Yeah, there's a party on the weekend. Yeah, and the creepers be creeping. Keep on mining even though I'm dying. Gotta work all day. What is it with the ends down in the chat? I don't get it. I don't get that. Also, I actually don't follow any real sports. I'll be honest. I'm not much of a sports guy. I don't know. I've never really been able to get into sports. I can never follow them. Yeah, unfortunately, I could never get into it. Never could get into sports. I lost track of what was happening way too easy with every single sport that I tried to get into. The one exception was NASCAR, but it got to a point where I just couldn't watch it anymore. I just couldn't. I got bored. I've been playing Minecraft for about 5, maybe 6 years now. It started here on PS4, which that's the system I play on for anybody curious. It started with PS4 edition, just fiddling around with it every now and then. Then I started watching some videos of Minecraft on YouTube. And my interests got a little more potent. That's alright, B-From. It's alright. And then the clincher for my interest in Minecraft, what really got me into playing it was I got a hold of Pocket Edition. And I went to town on it. Especially once I found out I could connect a PlayStation controller to my tablet to play. That sealed the deal. I was hooked. And I've been hooked ever since. Trying to build whatever I can on the game, and it is just so much fun. Yep, since about then, and Kale. Yeah. I still do on rare occasion, but not nearly as much since I started streaming. Unfortunately, it's not easy to stream from a tablet. Especially not mine. Mine, I can't even record videos on it for gameplay. Because unfortunately, it records in a variable frame rate, not a constant. So the audio starts desynchronizing. And it is a pain in the rear trying to edit that variable frame rate video to get the audio and visuals to sync back up. What makes it even worse is that both the gameplay audio and my voice desync from the visual. So that's what made me look into, were there other ways to play the game for YouTube and Twitch. And that led me to finding out that the PS4 could actually stream to both platforms. Not at the same time. It could still stream to either one at a time. So once I found that out, bada bing, bada boom, got back onto PlayStation Edition and started playing it to get reacquainted, and bada bing, bada boom, once again, I'm back on the system and playing for my channels. Oh, you want to see the ship? Absolutely. Absolutely. Ah, what happened? Uh-oh. I'm glad that did happen. That made me look at my wings. They're getting badly damaged. We may have to go do some trades with the villagers. Get my wings repaired. So this is my ship. This is the Little Dutchman. This is my little... this was my starter house. Hey there, Kaito. Welcome to the stream. Also, Elphase, welcome to you as well. Kaito, it is not a multiplayer world. This is strictly solo. It's not a server, not a realm. It's strictly a solo world. I'm honestly kind of proud of this thing. Can you believe this was the first time I built a ship of any kind in Minecraft? And I actually like it. Aw, thank you. Got my little captain's cabin for the bedroom. Again, first ship I've ever actually built in Minecraft. I had never done this before, but I love it. This area was just too perfect for the idea of building a pirate, seafarer, waterside port town build. So I built the ship, made that my starter house, and boom. Of course, nowadays I live there, in the Lighthouse. That is slowly becoming my new house, while I prepare to build a proper port town. The name of the world is Port Regal, but I've never actually gone ahead and built the port. I decided it was time to fix that. And that's why we got to clear out a bunch of trees. We need more space to build the town. I just happened to be on that level. I just happened to get to that XP level. Thanks to, my Kelp Farm over here. It used to also serve as an XP farm. Unfortunately, the most recent patch update fixed a bunch of bugs, and it turned out I was unknowingly utilizing a bug to get lots of XP from here. I wonder if I can get anything from it. Not do anything for my wings? Not really. Yeah, so it's fixed. Oh! And that's full. Pardon me a second while I fix this up. And I think that's good enough for right now on that front. Thanks, Venistar! Welcome back, by the way. Welcome back to the channel. Yep, I know about that, Kale. I just don't usually, because it's not the best food in the game. You burn through it super quick, and you don't get much hunger back for it. So, I just decided, nah, it's not worth it. But it does make for a great fuel once you are finished cooking it up and it becomes dried kelp. Then you process into kelp blocks and boom, fuel. Lots of it. I've been saying boom a lot. Need to stop. Alright, real quick, I want to get the valuables box out, as I need to put away my emeralds, my lapis. The enchantments weren't great, but I'm burning through the leaves pretty quick. Nice, it means we're going to get a bunch of wood out of this. If you're asking about a mega base, Mr. Lamp, that's actually what I'm planning on working on. That's actually what I'm trying to work towards. I want to build a port town to be my mega base. But I need a lot of room if I'm going to do that. Kale. I'm not sure which episode I got netherite in exactly. I want to say it was around somewhere in the 30s, maybe. But feel free to go and check out the previous episodes if you want to see for yourself. There is plenty to watch there, I do believe. Well, it was a couple of... I want to say it was about a month or two, possibly. I haven't always maintained the schedule that I have right now, so... I used to stream a lot less frequently onto YouTube. Episode 37, huh? Nice. That wasn't actually that long ago, I don't think. About a month or two. Bfrom. I do stream pretty often now. Matter of fact, my streaming schedule is posted on the channel About page. So if you want to go check that out, feel free. It's probably the easiest and most accurate representation of my schedule. The one thing I'll have to adjust is adding in that Thursdays are every other Thursday. When I feel like it, I'll be streaming. So basically, every second or third Thursday, if I feel like it, I will stream that day. So just add that onto the streaming schedule, and you should be able to get a decently accurate representation of my schedule. Alright. Need to get up on top of that tree. Actually, there are a couple of trees here that I need to get on top of. Start with this one. Also, thank you, Kale. Alrighty. No worries. No worries. If you want to watch, come when you can. If you can't make it to a live streaming, then feel free to come back later for the video. Streams always get posted as videos after the fact. I have it set up specifically to do that, just in case anybody gets interested but can't make it to all the streams. Yep. Getting a lot of apples here. Apples. A lot of them. That's good. We can use those apples for golden apples whenever we need them. Provided we've got the gold, that is. Hello, Alan Kepik. Hope you are doing well. And hello, Leilonche. Forgive me if I messed up that name. Also, Teresa Pendergrass. Welcome. I believe we've seen your name in the chat before. Welcome back. Or if you are returning... If you are returning, welcome back. If you're new, then welcome to you. Be from. I am from America. The United States of America. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Red Mountain, and the river. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to a place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. Baby dum bum 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 bee. Yep, that's the song. Hey, Boiled Potato Gaming. That's pretty cool. Submarines are neat. Seems like I got a couple of people that recognize the song. I apologize for my horrible singing. Every now and then, though, I can't help but... If a song gets stuck in my head, I can't help but sing it sometimes. So I apologize for the horrible singing. Oh, country music. I love country music. That's honestly the genre that I listen to the most of music. Absolutely love country music. Sounds like we got a lot of music lovers down in the chat right now. That's good. That's good. Go. Okay, B from. See ya. Well, it's good that you are good at math there, Kale. Unfortunately, I'm not really that good at math myself. So I'm afraid I cannot challenge you. Dino. That's just too much, dude. That's just too much, Dino. Wow. Hello, Sussy's Kingdom. Welcome to the channel. Kale. Hmm. I would love to oblige, but I just can't get one to go through my head right now. Well, you. Oop. Bop. Also, Sussy Kingdom, I'm afraid that this is a solo world, so there's no way for anybody to join. Sorry. A mob that I would rather not have in Minecraft. I'd say it would have to be... I think for me, it would be a tie between between phantoms and glow squids. Glow squids because I don't feel like we really needed glow squids. Not even for the glow ink, really. I mean, we've got glow lichen, so why not have lichen be what we need in order to make signs glow? Or item frames glow, right? Make a special glowing ink from that, or glowing dye from that. Now, in the case of the phantoms, the reason I don't care for them is they are annoying once they pop in. Once they start spawning, you cannot keep them from spawning unless you sleep, which makes working on projects that you just don't want to have to take a break from difficult. And they're just in general pretty ridiculous in some ways. They're just annoying. So mine would be either the phantom or the glow squid. Yeah, I think they planned on doing a green axolotl, and then they decided, nah, it doesn't quite fit. We're not going to do it. That's what it feels like they ended up doing. Like, they thought at first that they were going to have a green one, but then they went back and said, no, that doesn't quite fit, let's get rid of it. Sad moment. My favorite mob? My favorite mob. My favorite mob. That's a toughie. There are a lot of good mobs. There are a lot of mobs that I like in the game. I think, honestly, my favorite Minecraft mob would have to be either the wolf. Oh, my favorite hostile mob. My favorite hostile mob would be the Ender Dragon, because its design is very interesting to me. Interesting. That sounds about right for Mojang. Yeah, sorry, Reaper. It's just a solo world. Oh, any hostile mob except for bosses. Okay, well that makes things a little more difficult. But in that case, I would pick the Enderman. It's a very unique mob. It's a very unique mob in general. It's one of the tallest mobs in the game. That's not a boss. It's very interestingly designed. The thin limbs, the glowing eyes, and the mechanic of if you look at him in the eye, he will attack you. Very, very unique. I like that. Honestly, I wish that there were ways to make more mobs similar to that, in that they had the glowing eyes, and maybe, I don't know. All I definitely know for sure is I like the design of the Enderman. I agree with you, Dino. That is actually pretty cool information. I've heard that before, but I agree, it's pretty cool. Doke, I'm afraid that this is a solo world, so nobody is able to join me. Sorry about that, but that's how it is. This is a strictly solo world. Yeah, I've seen that, Kale. I've seen that. I've experienced that. I've looked at an Enderman and just kept my gaze fixed on his eyes, and he's just stood there. And I think he stood there for a whole minute before finally I wanted to move, and when I took my cursor off of his eyes, rawr, along he came, looking for me. Thankfully, I was already in a spot where he couldn't get to me, so... Fun fact, if you duck into a 3-block tall space, or a 2-block tall space, somewhere that you can fit, but it's only 2 blocks high, Endermen and Wither Skeletons can't get to you. I'll have to remember that, Dino. Yeah, exactly. You look at him, he stares at you, you break eye contact. It's time for you to pay. It's like, at first, it's like when you look at him, he's like, wait, why is this person looking at me? Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me? And then when you look away, it's like, why did you turn away? Why did you turn away? I will make you pay for turning away from me. Don't ignore me. It's funny. But it is a really interesting mob to me. Even more so when you try to analyze the sounds that Endermen make. People have theorized that there are actually words hidden in the garbled speak of the Enderman. Now, I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what words were said and then garbled up to make the sounds. But it's an interesting fun fact that supposedly, if I remember right, there are actual words being said in that garbled speak. I'm sure somewhere out there's a video detailing what they're saying. And I think one of the things they're saying is actually a warning not to look at them. I want to say that I found that out. I want to say that they actually, in one sound effect, they're saying, don't look at me. But I could be wrong. I could very well and very easily be wrong. And I just fell in a hole That's not good. Okay. Nope. Oh, creepers. Huh? Okay. Out of the hole. Out of the hole. Okay, that was scary. But that hole had some iron, so we are going to go back and we're going to get that. I can't pass up iron. That single piece. Apparently one of the zombies dropped me a, one of the zombies dropped a potato. Interesting. That was kind of him. Very kind of him. Hello, Duarte! Forgive me if I mispronounce your name. I'm afraid I only speak English, so I'm not very good at the accented words and letters. Right, where was this hole? There it is. That's copper. I only want the iron. I don't really have any need for copper yet. I'm sure I will at some point, but not yet. I don't know, Kale. Possibly. Okay, where am I going? I got distracted. That is an interesting theory, Dino. Never actually heard of that before. Is interesting. Alright, back to the grind of getting rid of some of the leaves. We got a lot of room open over here now. I'm sure we can make a nice little town. Sorry, Optic, but this is a solo world. This is strictly a solo world. You are welcome to stay and hang out in the chat if you would like to. Alright. Still more to do. Going up. Up, 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 up. Man, this tree has so many logs on it. Yeah, between what we're getting here, I don't think we're going to need to worry about wood for a good while. We will see, Kale. We will see. I can't really promise anything, but maybe. Maybe. No, I have never heard of this sudden hit thing. Never heard of it. And that just sounds like a horror game, which would explain why I've never heard of it. I don't really follow most horror games. Did I leave a log floating over here? Not anymore. There we go. Interesting. That's interesting. Right. Hey, Bedrock builds! Welcome back! Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I can't say that I will, Kale. Like I said, I don't really get into horror type stuff. And that just sounds like horror stuff to me. Gotta remove these dark oak trees and see how much room we get as a result. Just a little more work. Ronald Craft, please be careful what you say. Interesting, Kale. Interesting. Unfortunately, Bedrock, I'm afraid I don't have an XP farm anymore. Which is a pain because I'm going to need one. I am going to need one at some point soon. Unfortunately, what I was using for XP, as it turns out, was a glitch, and I didn't even know about it. It was a bug, and now it has been removed, so... The XP farming method that I had before no longer works. I see. No worries, Kale. No worries. Polar Express if that is the movie with the kids on the train headed for the North Pole, then yes. Animated movie, yes. I have seen it. It is a pretty good movie. Not something I watch very often, but then I don't really watch holiday movie, Christmas movies like that outside of the Christmas season. It's kind of this thing with my family. We don't watch Christmas movies out of season if we can avoid it. This really does seem like a lot of good open land. Yes, it is definitely a good movie. No arguments from me here on that one. How am I going to fill you in? So I'm going to have to fill this in. Well, we got to flatten some of the land around here anyway. And then I've still got more trees to tear down. But I think for now, we're going to turn our attention to placing a few blocks for the village we're pretty much going to be building. It's going to start off as village buildings, and then we'll gradually work into making it more unique, little by little. Let's get some of this. Good. That's nice. Yeah, I remember that. I saw a video about the Polar Express once, talking about the kid and a theory that the stowaway guy and the conductor are both possibly future versions of himself. It's an interesting theory. How much podzol is that? Alright, so I need more grass blocks. We'll see, Bedrock. I haven't decided yet. I'm actually not sure what kind of layout I'm going to be going for, either. But we'll figure it out. I may have to rename this stream. We haven't gotten around to actually setting out the blocks to mark where the village is going to be. Where we're going to have all the houses and stuff, all the buildings. So yeah, I think I may end up changing the title of the stream when I get ready to release it as a video. on with the woods. Forest Falls, maybe? Forest Falls actually sounds pretty good for a new stream title. Yeah. Thanks, Ahmed. Thank you. Yeah, shovel go. Just scoop it all up. Fountain might be a good idea. Maybe a big fountain with a little statue on top, perhaps? That could be a good idea. Could be a really good idea. I am definitely going to need to invest in some bulk storage at some point. Why would you unsub? A tour of the ship? Well, gladly, gladly. So, first thing to note is I do have a drip leaf bridge as a way to get across. The idea was that if I had anything chasing me, I could run across the drip leaf. The drip leaves would flop, and then anything that was following me would get caught in the water and slow down. Hopefully. But up on here, we got the main deck. Nothing fancy or anything. This is where there would be a helm, if there was a way to actually make a helm. That's the steering wheel for the ship. And then, of course, we've got the captain's cabin with a little balcony for me to look out around the back balcony thing. Again, nothing fancy. Got some storage, my little writing desk space, positioned so that if the ship were a proper ship with a crew, I'd be able to look out and see what's going on. My captain's log, which I haven't updated since episode 30. That was about when I started really getting serious about looking for netherite. And then down below decks, I may have to try that, Bedrock. Thank you for the tip. Down here below decks, I've got some of my wolves sitting around. Back here used to be my enchanting area. It actually fit very nicely into the space. But I've since moved the enchanting area over to my lighthouse, which I'll give you a tour of right now. It's been a while since I've actually looked around my base areas. So this actually feels kind of cool. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Alright, so please ignore the barn. This is just me planning a layout more than anything. But this is my new home, the Lighthouse. Now, there is a roof missing from there, and a roof missing from the top of the Lighthouse Tower. But I'll get back to planning and building those at some point. Here we've got the nice front porch. It's honestly one of the best front porches I've ever built, if I may say so. I actually like it. Good shelter from the rain, of course. We've got a little paddock for my horse. I want to say this is different too. Yeah, this is different too. Yeah, my old lighthouse. And then in here, we've got the first floor. Nothing fancy. Ender chest, a bed, since I often just drop in there. This is supposed to be a mud room, but apparently I'm going to need to put iron doors back here because this door got smashed by a zombie or a drowned, and I didn't know. And I've already had to replace one of those doors before. So, up here on the second floor, again, nothing fancy. I was considering setting this up to be like a kitchen area, but I'm not sure. Kind of a workspace. Through here is where I'll have my bedroom, once I actually put in the roof. And then out here is a balcony. Nice little balcony where I can get a look around. If I'm coming out of the bedroom, I want to just look around. I've got a pool of water here, trapped by these pressure plates, so that I can charge up and fling! Launch myself into the sky with my Riptide Trident. That way I don't waste any firework rockets. Because, we don't have a gunpowder farm yet. That's another thing I'm going to have to build at some point, is a gunpowder farm. Creeper farm, most likely. But then up here is a room that I have decorated. This is the workshop within the lighthouse. As you can see, I've got some brewing stands for when I go to start doing potions. Blast furnace in case I want to smelt some stuff right here. There's a grindstone, anvil, and smithing table for enhancing equipment or disenchanting it. And the enchanting table, naturally, in our little library section, so that I have a way to enchant my gear. Making the second floor a living room might be a good idea, actually. Now, up here on the fourth floor, I intend to make this into a villager trading hall. This is going to be my starter base kind of trading hall. Hey there, Tenzero. Good to see ya. Fabian David, welcome to the stream. My plan is to transport some villagers up here by minecart rail through a hole in one of the walls. Possibly just one over here. And then push them into place, block them in with their workstations, and have beds up on the 5th floor for them to latch onto. The 5th floor being more villager trading hall, if I can manage it, with a villager here, 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 and in the spots across the room. And beds just spread out over the back here, where hopefully everyone will latch on to beds and become able to do their trades. See, if they can't detect a bed, then they won't trade. And that gets to be a problem. I don't know if that's a Bedrock Edition exclusive functionality, but there you have it. Up here on the 6th floor, we've got my super smelter. It's just regular furnaces with a chest cart running around on top whenever I activate it. See, we've got minecart rails up here to send everything back around and around. Enchanted books, mending and unbreaking 3 would be definite requirements in my trading hall. We got chests here for the fuel for the smelting system. Every 2 chests, every double chest goes for 2 furnaces. That way I can spread out the fuel evenly between them all, hopefully. 8 double chests, I'm sure a stack apiece of dried kelp blocks will go a pretty good distance. And then on the, I think this is the 7th floor? I haven't built anything for the 7th floor yet. I'm still planning if there's going to be anything up in the top section of the tower. But then up at the very tippity top, we have a redstone mechanism to activate a real working redstone lamp-based lighthouse light. And it actually does light up at night when this daylight sensor triggers the pistons, the sticky pistons, to push these observers back into place. It looks really, really good. The one definite part of floor 7 that I have is this hole where I can glide out if I want to. Wow, that looks like a good amount of space. That is a good amount of space out there. That's definitely going to work for building a port town. Imagine if we come up here and look out and we can see a sprawling port village town thing along the coast. Tenzero, no. I am not a master at redstone by any means. If you're looking for a master redstoner, check out Mumbo Jumbo. But bear in mind, Mumbo is a Java edition redstone player. I often compare my skills to the hermits of Hermitcraft. He is one of them. And I am nothing compared to even Mumbo Jumbo. So, I would say Silent Whisper would be the better option to go for Bedrock Edition specific redstone. What fish farm? I don't have a fish farm, Bedrock. Bedrock Builds, I don't have a fish farm. I have a kelp farm. I don't have a fish farm. Yeah, I know a few simple redstone circuits. Mostly circuits for sorting systems. And apparently a lighthouse light system. Well, actually, I'm thinking that this kelp farm is going to be destroyed, and I'll make a smaller one over by the lighthouse, since that's where I'll spend most of my time when I'm not building stuff. I'll be over there, probably forming a storage system somewhere. But we'll see. Yes, Kale, I will try to show you guys the lighthouse at night next time. I'm sorry, I didn't see your message until just now. So, sorry. I will show you guys the lighthouse before the stream is over, though. When it's nighttime, I mean. But yeah, this is a lot of room, a lot of space. I may dismantle this dock, though. Otherwise, I'm going to try to force myself to utilize this dock in the building process, and I don't really want to do that at this point. Gimpta. No, I am not on PC. I am on PlayStation. PlayStation 4, to be exact. Thanks, Kale. Thanks a lot. Now, I will say that don't get too used to Little Dutchman here. At least don't get used to her being in this spot. I'm probably going to end up moving her to another location. I don't intend to forever destroy her, but I do intend to tear her down and move her somewhere else, at the very least. My skin? The skin is actually just Minecraft Bedrock's character creation components. Just a few components that I happen to have access to. Free ones, mostly. So, it's nothing special. It's not any kind of inspired skin. But if I could get custom skins on PlayStation, then I would find a way to make one. But I don't have that functionality on PlayStation. Unfortunately, PlayStation doesn't have that function on Minecraft Bedrock. Yes, very much so, Kale. Is the glass half empty, or is the glass half full? I say yes. I say yes, it is both. For some, the glass is just half empty or just half full. For me, it goes either way. There's always a silver lining, always a good point, even in the worst of situations. At least, I like to believe that there is. I like to believe that there is always something, some silver lining, that you gotta focus on. Thank you, Binks. Bings. Binks. That is hard to enunciate. Bings. Bings. I'll just call you Binks. In theory we could, Tenzero, but I don't have a world for just normal viewers at the moment. Whoa, Mario Evans, chill, chill, chill. Watch it. That abbreviation does not stand for something good. Probably. At some point, I'll probably make a stable for my horse. And later on down the road, I do intend, if I can, to get a server where my viewers would be able to play games with me. Be able to build stuff and build mini-games, play mini-games. We'll see. At the moment, it's not really anything that I can focus on. Yes, I know, Kale. I know what it was. That's why I removed it. Hello, Frisian. Welcome back. Alright, so we've cleared some space. We've got that going. Got that going for us. Nice. Let's get up into the air. Go check out the villages. Hide and seek wouldn't be a bad idea for a game to play in Minecraft. A nice minigame. So, this is the actual blacksmith shop. This is where the weaponsmith usually ends up living. I like this. I like this. I gotta get a good look. Because my plan is to, at some point, very, very soon, once I can, I want to start building a village of sorts around my base at this point. Oops. Oh, right, this is where the end portal is. I almost forgot. Yeah, the end portal is in this area. I forgot that this world's end portal was over here. Oh, here it is. This is where the portal is. That's why I've got the scaffolding to come up. Go ahead and knock that out. That used to be a crop field, but I broke it because there wasn't really any need for it. Okay, so that is the blacksmith shop. See if I can incorporate that into my village when I go to build it. We've got cartographer's house. Maybe I could convert it into a florist building? I don't know. Yeah, I see the fountain. I see the fountain. My favorite pizza. If you're asking about my favorite pizza, it would be a meat lover's pizza. But one One with pepperoni, Italian sausage, ground beef, and extra cheese if possible. That's my favorite kind of pizza. Alright, so we got that house. We're definitely going to have to build some kind of a church-like house. Church-like building in the village. But not like that. No, I would build a proper one. With a proper steeple and everything. Maybe a bell tower, too. And then this is the leatherworkers building. I could improve on this. I've seen someone has already done it. I can do it my own way. Then the farmer's going to need a proper building. That'll be the barn. I'll give him a barn. I do the strip mining. I do the strip mining method. I don't care for using the beds because it's way more chaotic, much less... It's much more difficult to control, so it doesn't really suit me to do the bed method for mining for netherite. And this was the armorer's house. Could flip it around, make it part of a blacksmith shop. Yeah, strip mining, it's a lot easier to control where you're going or what your tunnels look like. And it's easier to work with in general. And this was supposed to be a... I already mentioned this. This was supposed to be a stable kind of place for the animals. We can change that around. Make our own deal. That ought to work pretty good. Alright, so we're just getting some... We're just looking around. Get some ideas from the village. And I like it. Yes, leaves in the builds. That is a very good idea. Adding leaves to builds, some mossy cobble here and there to show age, to show that a town or structure has been in a place for a while. That is very good advice. Yes, that is also the case, Tenzero. Whereas with strip mining, you pick up the items almost immediately after they drop, so... Binks, I wouldn't put it past Mojang to do another new ore at some point soon, but I wouldn't count on it happening either. There's no way to know what the developers are planning next. One thing I do know that they're doing is they're working on the 1.19 build. Oh man, Oh, I am so sorry. I forgot. I'm used to sleeping as soon as it gets dark. Because there's still a lot of mobs spawning in this area. There's still a lot of mobs spawning in the area, so I completely forgot. I just fell back into muscle memory. Basically, just run to the bed, jump in, sleep, skip the night. This is hard mode, by the way. I'm playing in hard mode, in case you haven't seen the tags for the video or stream. This is hard mode, so everything hits like a truck at first. And even with my netherite armor, it still hits like a wrecking ball. So I have to be very careful. That's why I end up building up, that's why I end up getting into a routine of, as soon as it gets dark outside, I run to the nearest bed and snooze. A storage room is a pretty good idea, and we will end up making a storage room. In fact, that might be one of the things that we end up building pretty early on, is a storage space, as well as somewhere that's just bulk storage. And I'm thinking for that kind of thing... Darn it, I didn't get enough height. For that sort of thing, I'm thinking we're going to build a barn somewhere out around here. We can build a barn and then build... If you look at most farms, they have a grain silo. We can build one of those next to the barn, and that can become our bulk storage system for, like, just miscellaneous items that we don't have a sorting spot for. Funny, Kale. Funny. Making builds under the ocean. That's an interesting idea. I've thought about doing underwater bases. Never really had the courage, though, because of these boys. Because of these boys. The Trident boys. The Drowned. Those guys, they scare me. Plus, it's hard to work underwater if you don't have respiration, aqua affinity, depth strider, or a turtle shell helmet. Which is another thing that we're going to have to try to get before we get too serious in our projects. I do want to get a turtle shell helmet so that I have a way to spend more time underwater. Particularly before we go raiding ocean monuments, which is something that we're going to do at some point. It's already about midday, almost. So it shouldn't be too long before we are able to see the lighthouse. So I'm actually going to come over here and take a look around, or rummage through my storage. I have got so much junk in my chests. It's just so bad. Yep, this I know, Tenzero. This I know. So have I, Kale. I've done the same thing. It was actually a lot of fun doing that. Problem is, when I was building, when I did that, it was before, it was about when the update Aquatic first came out, and apparently I overdid it. I was making a lot of redstone farms and stuff in creative mode on that world. I overdid it. Apparently I had so much going on the world in that base that I was building that I broke the world. Seriously, I broke the world. I couldn't get back into the world after one day. I logged off of the world, and then the next day I went to jump back on, and this was back when I first was playing Minecraft PS4, and the world just would not load anymore. It wouldn't come up. It said that there was some kind of an issue and the world couldn't be loaded. And no matter how many times I tried, I couldn't get it to load. So I ended up deciding, nope, I can't work on this world anymore if I can't access it. So I stopped playing. I stopped trying to get into that world. I started a new survival world. Got into doing survival stuff, including working at a village, working around a village. But then I took a break from the game for a while until I got Pocket Edition. And then, like I said before, I started playing Pocket, and I fell back in love with Minecraft. That wouldn't be a bad idea, Bedrock. Maybe I could make them a little glass enclosure. Maybe I should do that up in the top of the lighthouse. Because, I mean, that 7th floor, there's a lot of room above it. We can always add an 8th floor. And then I can make a grass bottom. I I can make a grass bottom glass cage for the parrots where they'll be safe. Because, yeah, otherwise they're just sitting here on the ship, just whiling away the time. Yeah, basically like an indoor greenhouse kind of thing. Just a little glass enclosed section just for them. I've seen it done before by one of my favorite hermits over on the Hermitcraft server, Grian. He he is an amazing builder, and some of my inspiration to get into streaming Minecraft actually came from him and the other hermits that I watch from the Hermitcraft server. Those guys are awesome. Mumbo Jumbo, Iscal85, Good Times with Scar, Grian, and so many others. Gemini Tay, one of their more recent members, one of their most recently added members. They all do such amazing builds, and a lot of them are way better than me. I would love to have at least a fraction of their skill. That is a potential option. That is a potential option, Bedrock. I might try that, but I don't know. I don't know if that's what I'm going to do. I've done that before, and they've been knocked out of the glass. So it's more likely that I'll just end up putting them in a glass enclosure. Are you saying that I'm a good player, Tenzero? Because honestly, I'm not that good. Not by a long shot. Not by a long shot. Yeah. I guess you're right. In a way. We've all got the potential to be really good at it. Just a matter of time, practice, and patience. I really love the Lighthouse. No matter how many times I look at it, I can't get enough of looking at the Lighthouse. I just really can't. This really did turn out to be a good build. And I've still got so much more I can do with it, too. Some of it stuff that I've planned, some of it stuff that I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I wish there had been a way to make it so I could get out of this space, like a door, but... Ooh! I guess the light got low enough that it triggered the thing. Ow! I was trying to land in the water down here. Alright, let's go! Now, I do have torches on top of the lighthouse to make sure that nothing spawns up here. Oh, darn it. Okay. Alright, let's go down. And zooming up. Check it out. The lights actually work. They actually rotate. It'd be nice if I could make it so that there were actually beams shooting off, visible beams from the lights. But that's not a thing in Bedrock Edition, unfortunately. Maybe there's some way to do it in Java Edition with mods, but I do not know. Man, that is a lot of room down there. And there's still more trees that I intend to clear out, too. Unless I just make a path through the trees, leading into the actual town, actual village. Oh, absolutely, Bedrock. Absolutely. I do intend to put a roof on top of the lighthouse at some point. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. Tenzero, this is 1.18.10. 1.18.10, I do believe. Anyway, I'm afraid that's all the time I have for right now, guys. So, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you all ever so much for watching. It means so much more than words can say. It really does. If you are new to the channel and you enjoyed the stream, please consider leaving a like, comment with what you enjoyed, suggestions for things to build in Port Regal's soon-to-be-built town, and make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss the next stream or the day when I finally can post proper videos. Also, make sure that you check out the About page of this YouTube channel for my streaming schedule, as well as links to my Twitch channel, Guardian Studios 01, my Twitter, Guardian Studio 1, and my Ko-fi, which are more ways you guys can show your support, and the Twitter is also the best way to keep up to date with if I'm going to be streaming soon. With that all said, thank you again for watching. I am JGuard01, your guide, your bard, and your humble host into worlds virtual and fantastical. And I'll see you guys next time right here on Guardian Studios. Bye!